Good morning, students. We are going to look at volume of cylinders, and this is just a review of some of the concepts that we've been talking about in class. This is to help you with the quiz that's coming up. So let's talk about volume of cylinders. Right, so you will be asked to find the volume of a cylinder, and I think that's important to ask, what is volume in the first place? Well, volume is the amount of three-dimensional space a solid holds. Now, I like to think of filling up a solid with water. How much water would fill up that solid? And that's more or less the concept of volume. How much can that space or can that three-dimensional object hold? Now, let's say I've got a cylinder with a radius of 4 feet and a height of 12 feet. How do I find the volume? Well, the formula for volume is equal to pi r squared times the height. So what we're really doing is we're finding the area of like the circular surface or the circular face of the cylinder, and we're multiplying it times the height to find out how much fills up that cylinder. So let's get to work. All right, so be careful though. Right now I am given the radius, and that's great. That's what I need. But sometimes you will be given the diameter, and you need to cut that diameter in half in order to have a radius. All right, so let's start working on this formula here. Okay, so I'm just going to replace 4 for r, my radius, and 12 for h, my height, and I'm going to solve. So let's do that now. So it's looking like we have pi r squared. I'm going to square 4 for my radius. And I'm going to multiply this by the height of 12 feet. Okay, so next I'm going to take care of my exponent. That's what I do in math. That's PEMDAS. So pi 4 squared is 16. And then I multiply that by 12. All right, we're going to leave pi alone for right now, as we've been doing in class. So I'm going to set equals. Let's see, 16 times 12. Using my calculator, I know that equals 192. Now, one thing we also do, typically when you see pi with a number, the number or the value comes first. So I'm going to put that first. So what's the volume of this cylinder? It's 192 pi. Now I have to be careful. I am given units, so I want to make sure I put those in. And I'm going to cube those units because we are dealing with volume of a three-dimensional object. Volume, what fills this up. Okay, so the exact answer is 192 pi feet cubed. Now if I want to actually take the value of pi and multiply that by 192, I'm going to get around 603 and 2/10 feet cubed. That is the estimated value. Okay, so that is the volume of the cylinder.